Hello, welcome back to the Space Age. I'm the Space Age Fae, but you might as well call me Alexander Hamilton because I've been going non-stop making these readings. Okay, so today in this video we're going to be getting into why you are so magnetic. We're going to get all the details about why you are magnetic right now and in general. And you know what? Spirit might throw in a few extra fun little details. You never know with Spirit. You really, truly never know. So yeah. Oh, also, before we get into this reading, if you've been following this channel, if you are a part of the Space Fleet, please go to Instagram if you have Instagram and follow me on my Instagram. I am also a music artist and multimedia artist, and I'm going to be dropping some projects very soon, and I would appreciate your support over there because if you like my tarot readings and you think those tarot readings are good, I assure you my other work, in my opinion, much better. Anyway, we are going to get into this reading, guys. Hello, group number one. Let's get into your reading about why you are so magnetic right now. So I'm going to use my Everyday Witch Tarot. It's my new favorite deck at this point. I have so many great decks that I love, but this one I've wanted for a while and I'm just so happy to be using it. And also it's almost Halloween as I'm filming this. This is a timeless reading. But yeah, Spirit, why is pile one so magnetic? We already have 1, 2 cards that came out. I want to get more of them. Let's get more. Oh, there we go. We have the Sun that just flipped over. Okay, let's just start here because we've gotten so much. Ooh, and the Three of Cups. Okay. Got the Sun and the Three of Cups, and that's interesting because the Sun almost looks like the Three of Cups. There are like these 3 women in both just spinning in a circle. Wow. You're magnetic because you're just straight up fun to be around. You're great in a social situation, and that doesn't mean that you are the traditional you don't have to be this like, oh my god, this great big attractive force in the way that you are very loud or very like life of the party, center of attention. You could be that. You could be someone who's more reserved. It's whatever way it shows up. I'm seeing Spirit saying that when you are in a group, when you're surrounded by a group of people, there's this energy where you create a sense of belonging. People feel like they belong when they're near you. And this belonging makes people feel so safe and so happy, so loved, cherished. I feel like people feel cherished by you. And I feel like when it comes to magnetism, that's kind of, I think, one of the most important things. And you possess this in abundance. I'm seeing that you possess this in abundance. I feel like the Sun and the Three of Cups coming out together just represents, not only do you have that energy, but you have that energy in such an abundance where you just make people feel good. And I think it was Maya Angelou who said, she's been coming up a lot recently. I haven't really ever thought of, I mean, of course, we've all thought of Maya Angelou. You know, she comes up when we're going to school and stuff, but just recently, like this last week or so, yeah, I've just been seeing her, I guess, or something. But she's coming up to me again right now, in the sense that maybe she's important to some of you guys. Maybe that's why that's coming up. She said, I think it was her, I hope I'm not quoting the wrong person, but she said that people don't remember like the things that you said necessarily, but they remember the way that you made them feel. You make people feel so good, so good. And I think that's actually like an incredible quality. We have the Three of Swords. Oh, and there comes and the Queen of Wands, and there comes your spicy side. So what I was saying earlier about you maybe being more reserved, or maybe you're more of a social butterfly, maybe you're more of the center of attention, the energy is definitely coming through here. You have dynamism. You are extremely dynamic, pile number 1. You are someone who has multitudes, many facets, many ways of being. And yeah, people are very much so. I'm just like, I just got out of like, guys, like the last 3 readings. I'm really liking this setup, by the way, like me just like chilling at night right before I go to bed and just like filming the video and then like you know, I'm really liking it. I like the red light because I use red light to fall asleep. I've heard that wavelength of color just helps you like sleep, and I just like it. It's very warm, and you know, maybe it's a little scary for some but I like it. Maybe you have ADHD like I'm acting like I have right now, because I'm just bouncing around. But not saying I have that, but I sometimes, you know, I wonder. Anyway, what I'm saying here, and maybe you have it, and maybe that's beautiful about you. Maybe that's what makes you magnetic. Maybe you're just like this manic pixie dream girl or boy, and you just randomly bounce from subject to subject, and that's just incredibly adorable on you when you do that. But what I'm seeing is that you have so many aspects, so many facets, so many ways of being, and you can't quite be encapsulated into anything, because what I'm seeing is that you're this really loving, cool person, very generous, very gentle. And at the same time, it's like you're at this rose and you've got spikes, you've got thorns. You can hurt. And what's interesting about that is that it's so beautiful. It's kind of how there's like something coming. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but it's like that feeling of like when something is beautiful. Maybe it's not because it's not what I'm saying, but it's like the feeling, or like the paradox of it, where it's like life is maybe so beautiful because it ends, right? That kind of paradox. Like you're so beautiful because you are this pure loving being, but then you also have like this this sharp side. That shark thing was like, whoa. But you have like this sharper side. It's an integrated shadow. I feel like what I'm getting is someone who has integrated their shadow. Congratulations, pile number 1. Your integrated shadow aspects serve you so well in creating magnetism, because if you were just this one energy, like, oh, you're so like, you know, generous, you make people feel so seen, you make people feel so cherished, it's like you could have maybe in the past, or maybe just if you were in that energy purely, you would end up being like this dormant energy, right? It wouldn't quite be magnetism. But with you guys, your magnetism, you can make someone feel, that's so interesting. You have the Sun, which looks like the Three of Cups. You have the Three of Cups, and then you have the Queen of Wands, who is the social butterfly. I'm seeing crazy social energy. And then we also have the Three of Swords, so another 3 is coming through. Yeah, there's like a very social energy about you. Oh, and interesting. The Queen of Wands is holding a bouquet of roses, as I'm realizing that. Yeah. And a rose is falling down to this cat. Yeah. You give, but you might give a single flower, you know, and it feels like so much to everyone. It feels like you're just so much, but everyone knows that you keep your bouquet of roses. You keep things close to your chest, or you keep yourself safe. And that kind of respect that you have for yourself and for your boundaries is so magnetic. You have an assertiveness, and people don't feel like they can walk all over you. And people know that they have to respect you. Pile number 1, you command respect. That's what that is. And let's look at this 3 of Swords here. I feel like another thing that makes you magnetic, pile number 1, is that you have a little bit of that heartbreaker energy. Maybe you've broken some hearts, and I'm not saying that like in a, oh my God, that's so positive sort of way, but you might be devastatingly attractive in that sort of way. It could be physical, energetic, emotional. There's something about you that's almost like devastatingly attractive. People have lots of you provoke a lot of feelings in people. And I think that's that sharpness. Like, people know that you could like break their heart. Yeah, there's like something about you where it's like you're so good, like your energy is so good. It would be such a shame if you were to leave. People don't want to see you leave. It's like you're the center of a vortex. Pile number 1. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming through too. You're so, wow, you are so in your own energy. You are so in your element right now. At this current time too, like getting more into like where you are right now energetically, Spirit wants you to know that you are so in your energy. You're in your element, because I'm getting the element of earth. I'm getting an element here. Something about the element you are in, right? Let's see what these 2 are. We have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, right? You have like this very adventurous spirit as well. I feel like you're very connected with yourself right now. Very connected to your purpose. You know what you're going to do. There's a sureness about you. And the sureness doesn't mean you know exactly where you're going. The sureness comes from you being yourself. So right now, I feel like people are really, they're respecting you. I feel like people are respecting you. I'm getting the boundaries thing popping up a lot. We have the 10 of Pentacles here as well at the bottom of the deck. There's something just very abundant about you. I think it's your energy, it's your aura. A lot of people fall in love with you that you may not even know. But what I'm seeing is that you're magnetic because there's just something about you where you are able to attract multiple types of people. I'm seeing you attracting multiple types of people and bringing them all together. You bring people together. Yeah. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed, and join the Space Fleet. And comment down below, let me know your pile, put some emojis down there, give me some ideas about, you know, what in your recent experience has resonated with this. Have you experienced interesting social dynamics recently. I'm very curious. And yeah, follow me on my Instagram as well. Check out my music. And some new music is coming. So don't miss that. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's begin your reading. Let's begin your reading. So a bunch came out. Let's begin your reading. Okay, so what is magnetic about pile number 2? We have the 5 of Swords starting us off. Interesting. Ooh. We have the 7 of Cups. Interesting. So right away, what's interesting is I'm seeing like trickery. I'm seeing trickery, not you. Let's get more information. I'm not seeing trickery from you. I'm seeing like an energy of trickery. And Spirit is going to tell me why. Spirit, why is pile number 2 so magnetic? Thank you. You have the 6 of Cups coming through. Wow. I don't know why I said wow like that. I feel like you have a lot of options, pile number 2, in life. You have the Queen of Swords. You're choosing wisely. This is interesting. This is an interesting start to your pile. You're choosing wisely. I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot here. A lot that's been given to you, a lot that you were chosen for. There's a lot that's been given to you when you were young. You have this talent that you were given when you were young. It was a gift. I'm seeing it was like a spiritual gift, right? Maybe maybe you didn't know how to wield this gift at a certain time. And so, well, this is interesting. Why am I like, ooh, I'm like kind of just like stifled for like a second by this. Yeah, I'm seeing that like something that you were given, like you have a certain talent and you didn't know how to wield it before. And it confused you. Like maybe I'm trying to verbalize what the 7 of Pentacles is saying. And I know what it's saying, but I'm like not able to like verbalize it right now. Maybe that's how it felt with this gift. There's like something about like a gift and maybe it was suppressed. Maybe there was something involved that kind of stifled you, made it so you were not able to really express this gift. Yeah, you weren't able to express this gift, this talent, and it kind of jumbled you up a little bit. It made it so you weren't ever really able to focus on it because you were so scattered. Is this resonating with you, pile 2? And if it's not, then, this is, we're going to get more information. We just started. I'm still trying to distill what I'm getting here. But of course, if the pile doesn't resonate with you, then it's not your pile. But let's stick around for a second because it's coming through. It scattered you in a way. It kind of, it made you feel like confused, distracted, and it kind of, this gift that you have, it needed to be honed. It needed to be honed. And it kind of, when this thing was kind of like, this trickery happened of some sort, of some kind, it scattered you in a way. And you weren't able to like figure out how to use it, how to like maybe even find it again. And then you started like, instead of using the gift, you started going with all these other different things. You started doing like this thing or this thing or this thing. And you were like, what do I do? What do I do? And then the answer became so unclear for you as to what to do. But now there's this energy that this thing, because the Six of Cups came out in reverse, right? I'm putting everything upright, but it came out in reverse, and Spirit is reminding me of that because this gift that you were given, that you were taken away from, that was kind of like maybe taken from you, or you had a life situation that was meant to happen for your highest and greatest good in a sense. You know, maybe it didn't feel like it at the time, but it was so that you could re-find yourself with this Six of Cups reversed here, right? And the Six of Cups is up right now, but it's like you were meant to re-find yourself, re-find this gift, right? And then it becomes distilled, right? From all these 5 swords, it becomes this Queen of Swords here, the single sword in her hand. And you're clear about it now, pile number 2. You're clear, and you know, it's so weird. My thoughts just became very lucid, very clear. You're very clear about what it is now, what you're here to do, how you're here to serve, right? You're royalty now. And the Queen does not just apply to feminines, it applies to masculines, feminines too, you know, everything. The Queen is a suit in tarot, right? That represents a certain way, right? And so what's been happening is there's been this distillation process, Spirit is saying. This process has distilled you, right? So it's like you were at this shop, right? And there were all these options. Maybe it was all these different kinds of mustard on the wall, and you were trying to find one type of mustard that you really wanted out of thousands. And Spirit led you through all these experiences so that you could find the mustard that you wanted to find. And eventually you've gotten there. Everything has brought you back to this self, this true self. And now so forget the mustard. I don't know why you even use that example. Maybe that was relevant to someone. But anyway, maybe you're putting mustard on your sandwich right now. I don't know. But we have all these cups here, the 7 of Swords, or 7 of Cups, right? And whereas like she's having trouble choosing, like, oh, which one is it? I don't know. Which one do I choose? Now, intuitively, you know what cup to choose. Your mind is clear now. And this is what's making you magnetic. That was like the longest way to explain something. But I feel like it's going to be highly relevant to a lot of people that were drawn to this reading. You have found you've honed in, you've found your thing, right? You know which cup to choose. The 7 of Cups is no longer a wonder. It's no longer the 7 wonders of the world. It's a single wonder, and you know exactly what it is. And now that you've found that, you have found your power, right? The scattering of these powers were almost like, just like as you like sort of lost yourself in like the confusion, you became so divided. And when you're divided, when you're fragmented, your power is just scattered everywhere, right? You're still that powerful being, but you're living in the illusion. And the 7 of Cups, that Neptunian energy, it's all about illusions, right? And when you're living in an illusion, you're not living in truth. You're not living in alignment with God, Source, the universe, right? And now that you're in alignment, you have this magnetism. So what's magnetic about you is that you have found your calling, your purpose, your voice. You know what you need to do, and that knowing is magnetic. It's literally magnetic because you are now able to attract everything that you want to attract simply by following the truth, which is this sword, which represents the truth. And you have this mastery now that's come into your life, or is coming into your life, where you know that if you trust this option, this thing that was given to you, this gift, if you trust your heart with this cup here that's been offered to you, if you trust your emotions, if you trust your mind, body, and soul, and what it's guiding you to do, now everything you want is attracted to you naturally. You just follow the gift, what it wants you to do, right? If you want to be a woodworker, you just sit down and you start making those stools. You sit down and you start making stools. Okay, you know what I mean. You start woodworking and you fall into that. You just do it every day, all the time. And then you start to experience all these weird happenings, the serendipity. Like someone comes to your door and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you know, I broke this thing and it was my mom's thing, and man, I don't think I'll ever get anything like it again. I haven't seen it at the thrift store or anywhere. And you're like, oh, I can make that. And then suddenly, you know, that person's like, yeah, thank you so much. And then they tell their friend, oh, so-and-so did this. And yeah, and then all of a sudden you have like yourself a business or something like that, where you don't even have to just, the action isn't the thinking about it or whatever. It's just the truth of what it is for you. And so now that you have identified that you need to fall into this craft, maybe you've already fallen into it, it's creating the magnetism. And you know, just like, this is making me think, just this whole reading, when we're creating, when we're tapping into our gifts, guys, oh, I'm gonna take this card too. Oh, interesting. We're gonna get into that. When we're tapping into our gifts, we suddenly start to experience the magic of the world. We start to experience God, source, the universe. We start to experience like, whoa. And when we're not doing the thing we're gifted at, suddenly the world becomes flat and gray. Things don't feel like they're working out. When you are doing it, everything feels like it's working out. And I feel like you're doing it, and now things feel magical, magnetic. You're attracting the things that you want so much faster. You're like, wow, when did the world become like this? And it wasn't like that before. And then we have this 5 of Wands coming through, and it's like another witch's circle of like disputing witches. Yeah, there's like this energy here. And it's coming up under the 5 of Swords, which is again like, there's like this energy here of like battles. Oh, and then we have the 7 of Wands again, like all these wands being pointed at you. Whoa. Yeah, people did not want you to find this personal power because it's a wellspring, guys. Sometimes I feel like, and I feel like all of us, you know, we all have the power of, you know, source within, right? But for some people, maybe it's not the lifetime that they're really going to express that fully, right? Some people, like, you interact with people all the time, and this isn't like, oh, like we're on different like levels. No, you know, it's more so like different stages of a journey that's infinite, really. But like some people, they're not interested in, and it doesn't seem, and you never know when someone's going to like reach an awakening, but it seems like, yeah, maybe not this lifetime they're going to experience this awakening, right? I don't know why I was saying that. The 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Yeah, this energy, this you being kind of like under attack. Oh, you know what's so interesting? The 5 of Swords is coming up under the 5 of Wands is coming up under the 5 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands is coming up under the 7 of Cups. Repeat cycles or something. yeah, people wanted to, yeah, this is what I was talking about. People wanted to like suppress this power. They did. And I feel like no one really wanted you to like find yourself, or very few were interested in that, or just felt like people were always like pointing the finger, or like there was just some kind of energy here of like you kind of being held back, right? Or having to go against like everything, everyone to get where you needed to go, to get back to yourself. And what I was saying about like people and like lifetimes and stuff, it's, you have an incredible amount of power because, and it is something I think a lot of people fear or like worry about, or like they don't want it to come out because they wouldn't have access to that kind of power, at least not in this lifetime. And I don't really know, even when I'm saying that whole thing, it's like, who really knows about everything, you know, when it comes down to it? People act like they know. Who knows? Maybe some people really do know all the nitty-gritty details. But just based on my experiential reality, I would think that it feels like, you know, some people just don't have the access, right? Not because they couldn't, it's just that they're not willing to go there just yet. Just like you've been willing to go there. You've been willing to deep dive to find yourself again, right? And what it is that you kind of hold this bigger wellspring of power than most other people do. And now that your magnetism comes from you knowing that, and from you finding yourself, from you reacquainting yourself with your gifts. And it's drawing everything that you want to you. And people are aware of that. And so now it's kind of like this turnaround. We have this 8 of Wands. Yeah. It's like you didn't even know what to do with it. No one knew what to do with it. And we have this 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. So what's happening now is that you're drawing in the right people, the right collaborators. So now that you've found yourself, you are now able to, you're basically magnetizing to yourself all the things that aren't an illusion anymore. The illusion is fading away, and you might see the echoes of it. You might see some people, you know, being like this or whatever. But right now, you're drawing in all of your desires because you know what you are. You know who you are. And that's your magnetism, your awareness, your full awareness that you must follow that thing that draws you, that thing that you need to do, that you absolutely need to do. And now it's drawing in everything. It's drawing in the right people. And I feel like Spirit put in this 3 of Pentacles here as your last card to say like all that energy from the past, it's the past. The only thing that you need from the past is that gift, that reacquaintance with that gift. And I feel like you've already done that, pile number 2, or you're going to be walking in that energy very shortly. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys, group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. Become a member of the Space Fleet. Cruise in the cosmos with us. And comment down below. Let me know how this resonated with you. Let me know any specific examples or just feelings that you're having about this and how it resonates, right? So yeah, and also follow me on Instagram so that you will be there when my new music drops. Please support that page as well. And yeah, I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Let's begin your reading. Let's begin. Why are you magnetic, pile number 3? Why are you so gosh darn magnetic, pile number 3? We have the 9 of Swords. What? The 9 of Swords? What's going on? You got people up at night, pile 3? We have the 7 of Swords. What? I feel like your pile is going to be very fun. I'm really excited for your pile. You are the drama. pile number 3, in a good way. I can already feel it. You guys are the people that people love to talk about because you're so interesting, right? Like, your life is so interesting. Like, how could you get, you know what Spirit is saying? Like, how could you get offended that people want to tell tall tales of your life, when it's like you're that exciting to people? I don't know. That's coming through. That's part of the message. I'm not saying it's the whole message, actually. It's just a little thing. We'll see if that's the message. We'll see if there's more to that, or if we're gonna branch somewhere else. Let's see what else. Why is pile 3 magnetic? There's still so much to say, even from that. We have the Star. Yeah, there's something about you that's special, pile number 3. We have Justice. What? We have the World. Okay, that's a lot of information. Let's start here. Wow. You're at a turning point, pile number 3. You're at a turning point. Something has ended. You're in a new book. Okay? Something new is being written for you right now. Something new is being written for you right now. Maybe in the Akashic records, there's something new being added to your script. I know. We write at dawn? What? Yeah, there's something about you leaving somewhere. Being set free. You're leaving a situation. So now we're getting to a new storyline, a new plot line for you guys. Okay. You guys are leaving somewhere, a place that makes you feel very anxious. You're leaving this place that makes you feel not so good. You're leaving, and interesting. Hold on. You're taking something with you, okay? We're gonna get into your magnetism. Spirit just wants to take us on a little ride first, as per usual. And you're being set free. You're gonna get everything that you wanted. Spirit is saying. You're gonna get everything that you wanted because everything is being made right. The scales are being balanced for you. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. That's what I heard. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Yeah. Something is being let go. Something is being moved on from. And I feel like your magnetism has something to do with this. And we're going to find out why. I'm trusting what Spirit is laying out for us. Spirit, why is pile 3 magnetic? You have the Wheel of Fortune. Because everything always goes your way. That's what's going on here. You're always winning. You're always winning. I feel like your magnetism has to do with you're always winning, and I feel like this sometimes keeps people up at night. It makes people like feel like, what? I thought I could take this away from pile number 3, but then they just free themselves. They just make their lives better. It's the way that you have like 9 lives. It's the way that you always have the wheel turning in your favor. that makes you magnetic. People are, there's like a story, there's like a lore about you. There's like a, not just a reputation, but there's like a legend about you. Do you know that, pile 3? Let me know if you know. Do you know that? Do you know that there's like a legend about you? And it might not be something people are saying, oh, there's a legend about pile 3. It's more so like people have witnessed certain events that have happened. Maybe someone, you know, did something to you, whatever. And then like other people have noticed this. They've seen it. When you didn't think that they, like when you thought no one was looking, people were looking. Spirit was definitely looking. And people have seen you sort of end one thing with this World card, end one thing and move on to another. And when you move on, everything's just fine for you. And people are like, what is it about pile 3 that they're able to do this all the time? And that draws them to you. We have the 4 of Swords. Right, and then we have the 4 of Cups. So it's like before, like maybe you had some like struggles you were dealing with, but then you somehow like freed yourself. You kind of moved quietly to a different place and you moved on, and now it's kind of like you're in a better situation now. Before, we have the 9 of Swords, which is someone who's like not able to like rest. They're restless. They're having like nightmares sometimes, right? That's like part of what it could mean. And then the 4 of Swords, we see her resting peacefully, right? So people are like drawn to you. They find you magnetic. Or it's not even about people, actually. This topic isn't even about people, but I feel like that's coming through a little bit. But the reason why you're magnetic is because no matter what happens in your life, you not only get through it, but you make the situation better. Or the situation is made better for you because Spirit sees everything. Because other people see everything. And this, it's alluring. Because you have like this divine protection. And you know, something else that's very magnetic about you is that you're not really willing to just take whatever is offered. You have to do whatever it is that you want to do. Your unwillingness to accept just whatever also makes you magnetic, because you become this high value person and you're regarded as such. We have this 8 of Pentacles here. You're magnetic because you're so focused on yourself and what you're doing and bettering yourself. Yeah, I feel like your magnetism has to do with the fact that you're always leveling up. You're always glowing up. You're always making sure that you're in the position to receive the blessing. Because think about it. I don't know why this is coming up now, but like think about it. You have the 9 of Wands, like this wounded warrior here. Yeah, it feels like you've kind of just like, yeah, it feels like you've just kind of kept leveling up, glowing up over and over again. I was gonna say like how, you know, when a situation happens, Spirit always kind of has this awareness that you are, I wouldn't say like in the right, that's not really what I'm trying to say. It's like Spirit knows the place that you come from. You have like this very pure-hearted nature about you. And so that's why you kind of have like this favor from like Spirit, from the divine. And this keeps showing up in your life. And it's being witnessed. And it's drawing people, it's drawing situations that you want to experience into your life. So it's like this pure-hearted nature, right? The determination to always step up into a higher place, because sometimes we're not in a great place, but we have the choice to make it better or worse, right? It's like someone who, you know, experiences some kind of terrible thing when they are, let's say they're young, and someone might experience that terrible thing and they become that terrible thing, and they start to behave that way. And then some people experience that terrible thing and then they decide to become better and to make other people's lives better. And sometimes they even dedicate their lives to helping people that were in that kind of situation, right? But you turn the nightmares into beautiful dreams, not just for yourself, but for other people. And Spirit recognizes that. And I feel like I'm getting a Nikola Tesla energy. I don't know why that's coming through, but it's almost like you're dedicated to a certain cause, and your dedication, it's magnetic in the sense that you're kind of always on the receiving end of that inspiration and that admiration from onlookers as well. And I feel like your ideas, you kind of get so fixated on solutions for the world. I feel like you're very much oriented on doing work that serves the world itself. And that's also why you have this Wheel of Fortune energy, because it's the divine favor that comes from not just trying to serve yourself, but trying to serve the world, right? And I think it was someone said, like, Elon Musk said something like that, like, you get paid in direct proportion to the problems that you solve, right? And that's coming up for some reason, because yeah, like, you are, I'm hearing like you're going to solve problems that that the world needs, like for a large group of people, right? And I feel like the magnetism that you have, specifically pile number 3, is that Spirit supplies you and it attracts to you, and your spirit attracts to you things that you specifically need, because you were given a certain purpose and certain awareness to actually fulfill this purpose, to fulfill this need, right? And so the resources are now being drawn to you, or have been drawn to you. But yeah, you have this ability to transmute a dark situation into a very light situation over and over and over again. When something ends, you just start anew again, and it's always better. And you're always working toward the goal. And so naturally, you're drawing everything that you are to you, which is all that goodness. Anyway, that is what I have for you, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to this channel, become a member of the Space Fleet, and comment down below. Let me know how this resonated for you. Write down your pile, some emojis, and follow me on my Instagram so you can hear when my new music drops. And yeah, support that area too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.